Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Angela Lehman. I'm bringing you 10 minutes overview of personality in business this morning. If you are joining live, comment, I'm here. Good morning. Tell us what your temperature is. I always love that as we're switching into summer because before it gets hellish hot here, we usually have temperatures in the 90s and we're under 90 today. Storms have been blowing in all week and it feels humid and muggy, but it is delightful to have a little respite from the summer before it starts. If you're going to catch this on replay before your Learn and Grow group this week, please hashtag replay when you watch it. I would love for you to comment with one thing you take away, whether it's your own personality, insights or insights about somebody in your life that maybe you've been speaking in the wrong language to, that this is going to transform your relationship. I'd love to hear some way that you've interacted with gems and in particular personality in your business this week. We have opportunity all the time to communicate with others, whether they are in our inner circle or whether they're strangers that we meet at the store. So without further ado, I am going to jump right into this today. This is Personality in Business, and it is an adaptation of the GEMS Mastery Program available from Danny Johnson. A lot of us in 2014, 2015 era went and were trained in sales and marketing by a woman named Danny Johnson. We went to programs called First Steps to Success and also Creating a Dynasty. These were opportunities for us to learn more about ourselves as business leaders, and we found it to be very transformative. So we've still kept some of the strategies that we learned during those years to pass on to you. So our time secrets, our time management strategies with highlighters is from Danny Johnson. How we form and start conversations with others, asking about their family, their occupation, recreation, and something special that we connect to around a message. Those are Danny Johnson techniques. And this one today is a strategy about your personality. By way of introduction, I am Angela. Those of you who don't know me, I'm the oldest daughter of Deborah and John Lehman. We started using the products in 2007. My kids were 1 and 3 at the time. And it was really valuable to me to have products that I could use with my kids. Fast forward a billion years, my daughter's going to turn 20, my son is 17, and I'm remarried at this point, and we have a teenager graduating next week from high school and then everyone will shift up a year. So very exciting over here in the Lehman Stuckert house. All right, so sometimes network marketing is described as personal development masked as a business. And I think what happens is when we dive into what it means to promote products or be an affiliate marketer or a social seller, we have to learn more about human motivations and your own natural tendencies in order to serve your customers better. So we can't just rely on assumptions. We have to stay curious about who somebody is. And that's how we unlock those key tenets that create trust and develop us as authentic networkers. We can all spot a sleazy salesman or woman from a mile away, right? Somebody who's not really getting to know you as a person, just has an agenda, a product that they want to sell, and they're just very sometimes bossy about their approach. And we also know that customers are inundated with advertising on social media. They're advertising ads on paid ads through Instagram and Facebook. There's also ads on television. There's also jingles that we can recount in our minds as we listen to the radio. But the number one form of advertising and the most trusted form of marketing is word of mouth. And this matters because it works on trust. We inherently do not trust any kind of advertising. We tend to see through it. It's part of our capitalistic training. We don't trust people that we don't know very well. And sometimes we do not trust people we actually know, but at least we can discern the difference, right? And when it works is when we know and trust the person who's telling us a story that's particularly meaningful to them, and we connect to them or their story. Now, keep in mind that trust is easily earned. Is difficult to earn, but is easily broken. So the reason that we're learning today about our personalities is because we are learning how to become more trustworthy and also enter into more trustworthy experiences. So we're going to learn simple steps to communicate, motivate, and work successfully with others, how to make more money or get your biggest promotion at work using this strategy. You can also learn to have more fun at work and home because you're creating a more peaceful environment with this strategy. And perhaps you're going to increase your efficiency using very strategic communication steps. Now, I only have 10 minutes to teach this, so it's going to go really, really fast. I am going to come back to you at the end of June with some interviews and some deep dives on each of the personalities, but I wanted to at least give you an overview today so that you can speak to it. I've been giving surveys in the group this week, but at least you can speak to it into your Learn and Grow groups and even start to decide how you show up for people in communication. So we're talking about 4 main gems. We're going to talk about our sapphires, our pearls, our emeralds, and then our rubies. And this is very strategic because rubies tend to want to go first as a personality trait. They are, the first to volunteer. They're the first to show up. They're the first to win the contest. And we're going to make them wait. So let's start with sapphires. Sapphires' primary motivation is fun and recognition. Some of their qualities is that they are the life of the party. They tend to be eternal optimists, and they love to be around a lot of people. You can also see warning signs that they tend to want to break the rules. They're the ones that are kind of pushing the envelope. They don't sort of fit into the mold, and those warning signs are inherent to be able for you as a listener to understand that they don't really like being told what to do. So they're not going to take lightly to your suggestion to drink Nature Red every day, take your multigreens, and take Super B. Right? They want a more fluid, fun approach to their health and wellness. So appealing to them through praise, positive feedback, socialization, the communities getting together. We really want you there. Those are the ways you can motivate and inspire a sapphire. Now, a pearl, on the other hand, obviously, I want to caveat here, all gems want to help people, but helping is the prime motivator for a pearl. They're not necessarily motivated by money or getting rich unless they can give it all away or donate it or have some cause that they care about. They usually have strong convictions and are called to action by a cause, something that pushes them to go further. They're thoughtful, they're patient, and they prefer talking to someone one-on-one. These are the people who may not come to a class, but are happy to meet up with you at a coffee shop to just kind of understand more about what you're promoting. I will warn you that when a pearl senses that someone is being fake, they will lose trust in them. And it's also very important on the other side that pearls are aware of being taken advantage of. So the trust is deep with this one, right? They are really trying to understand how that negotiates. Now, when you appeal to a pearl, you're thinking about how you can serve them, how they can serve you. You even heard that in my language as we started. I am unabashedly more of a pearl now than I've ever been. Sapphire is my secondary, and emerald is a close third now because of just keeping details and staying organized as a household manager as well as a business leader. Emerald, leading us to that, the reason that has become an important part to me is that I've learned to be motivated by facts and figures and learning to see the world in very absolutes. They're very articulate, and so they don't want to be misunderstood. They're the ones that we're going to ask why if they don't understand something, and they want the proof. They want the science. They want the understanding behind why the products work, why this business model, why are we teaching it, why are we teaching and training through Learn and Grow groups and video segments like this. And I'm almost at my 10 minutes, y'all. So hang on. I promise I'll wrap it up quickly. Let me just turn off my timer. Okay, so be aware that emeralds can get stuck in just a learning phase. They have what's called sometimes analysis paralysis. So they're spending so much time thinking about how they're doing the business that they're not just getting about the business of doing the business. Does that make sense? So appeal to emeralds through the proof of their abilities, be punctual, follow through, answer all of their questions, but be aware that they might need to be encouraged or pushed beyond their emerald boundaries. Now, the Ruby, we've been waiting to talk about her or him. The Ruby's motivator is challenge or goals. So again, they like to win. They thrive off of pressure and meeting deadlines and expectations. They like to have the best of everything. They like to be unique and stand out. Rubies constantly have to be striving for a goal or a next step or another challenge. Rubies are often business owners and entrepreneurs because they like to lead. Now, keep in mind, a warning is that rubies sometimes are annoyed by complacency or lack of drive. So if a ruby and a pearl are talking, a pearl may say, it's not my season for building a business, or I really wanted to see if this grows organically because I like things that are organic and soft, right? And a ruby might say, let's get about the business. Let's do the thing. Let's get the action done. The way you appeal to a Ruby is by helping and leading them to generate the ideas, celebrating those ideas, being available to them, putting them in leadership responsibilities, and also being able to have thick skin, right? They aren't maybe necessarily mean to hurt people's feelings, but sometimes it happens inadvertently because they aren't always sensitive to other people's feelings. So I thought you'd find this interesting. This was a quick survey I put up yesterday, and I did a written survey earlier in the week. Most of us on our team are pearls. And you can see overwhelmingly 52% of the people who took the survey yesterday, and you can still go in and adjust that if you want to in that poll from yesterday. Most people are pearls in our team. So you'll see us guiding and directing our pearls to talk about service to others, customer care, outrageous leadership potentials, and things like that. That doesn't mean that we can ignore sapphires, emeralds, and rubies, however. It's really cool on our team because in particular, from our leadership standpoint, we have a breadth of leaders in all of these different areas that we call on to make posts, to promote activities and events. And sometimes we do it very intentionally because we know a ruby will speak better to a ruby. We know a pearl will be heard better by pearls. An emerald will communicate a message that's more clear. And a sapphire, of course, will bring everybody together with the fun. So to wrap things up today, know more about people than you do about your product, and you will be unusually successful. And again, sometimes as emeralds, we want to know why the triplicate testing matters, seed to seal promise. We want to dive into the depths of the pollination of the bees at the Utah farm, right? That's happening actually currently today. But truly, the success mindset comes in when you have learned more about people than you even have about your product. So what's next? Think about who you are serving. Think about as you're talking to people this weekend, maybe talk to 12 people intentionally, form them, discover more about their family, their occupation, their recreation, just with the intention of finding out about their personality. And take notes. What did you learn about them? What might their personality be? And are there ways that you can alter your communication with them to be even more in alignment with the way they normally communicate? All right, I've gone 13 minutes. This has been a brief overview of the GEMS training. I would love your feedback in the comments below. What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about somebody in your life? How can you apply this training right away? And are you looking forward to, coming up at the end of June, some one-on-one interviews to dive in more deeply on why this matters to our business and how we can invite people to classes, create opportunities for all the personalities to succeed, and really start to elevate our team forward with this understanding. Have a great day, everybody.